All right, they had the opening press conference for Adrien, a problem. Broner with Tevin Farmer and Mickey Bay set to be the co-feature. It is supposed to go down. Excuse me, it's supposed to go down in Atlanta. So let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Broner Redkach, Farmer-Bey, 7th of February, Black Prime boxing event. Now, the thing about this is that Tevin Farmer and Mickey Bay was supposed to fight 1,000 times over. It feel like. Remember, it was canceled the day of the event because they didn't. The people that was handling it didn't have the money. So, um, so you get an opportunity to see a good co-feature. Then you get another opportunity to see Broner Redkach was supposed to happen. Now, Broner made some interesting comments about PBC, right? But we'll get there. So it said Adrien Broner revisit old business on a new platform. The 4 division title is set to make his BLK Prime debut, which will come versus Ivor Redkach. The oft postponed welterweight battle has once again made its way to the schedule due to take place February 18th in Atlanta, Georgia. The show will feature another bout that had been stuck in limbo. Former title holders Tevin Farmer and Mickey Bay will collide in a 10-round lightweight battle in the evening's co-feature. Both bouts were formally announced Saturday afternoon at the Center in Shaw Center in Omaha, Nebraska. Decided Terrence Crawford, David Adrien, WBO welterweight title fight atop BLK Prime pay-per-view event later Saturday evening. Cincinnati's Adrien Broner, 34-4-1, 24 KOs, now falls since 12-round unanimous decision over Giovanni Santiago last February 20th in Newcastleville, Connecticut. The bout was his first since the Manny Pacquiao loss in January 2019 secondary welterweight title fight, which sold roughly 400,000 units atop the Showtime pay-per-view cash. His upcoming bout with Redkach marks his first lucrative 3-fight deal between Broner and BLK Prime, was formally announced October 25th. The fight itself previously was in works. Both sides of the pandemic once eyed for 2020 again saw for last January. Neither date materialized for Broner, instead facing Puerto Rican San Diego, who he outpointed over 12 rounds. Interestingly, Redkach, Ukrainian Southpaw, fighting out of Los Angeles, he returned to Atlanta for the second straight fight. His last appearance came in a dubious circumstance, losing to Regis Progress last April 17th, and that was ruled a technical decision at the time, but changed to a technical knockout after successful appeal by Regis Progress with the Georgia Athletic Entertainment Commission. The defeat was Redkach's second in a row for Redkach, 23-6-1, 18 KOs, who previously dropped a 12-round unanimous decision to former 2 division titleist Danny Garcia in their January bout. Yeah. So we already knew. So like they said about Terrence Crawford, at one point Top Rank had discussions to make Terrence Crawford and David Adrien. Obviously, they letting these guys revisit talks where they've already had with previous opponents. We probably make negotiations a lot easier, some familiarity there. So, but at the press conference, he said that the money wasn't right in the place he came from, which he was referring to be PBC. He said the money wasn't right, so he basically saying that he chose not to step in the ring. This is what I'm taking from it. With Omar Figueroa, because the money wasn't right. That's what I took for it. That he chose not to step in the ring with Omar Figueroa because the money wasn't right. So I mean, you can take what you want to take from that. That's what I'm taking from it. That their money wasn't right. So at the end of the day, it was rumors that he was overweight and all this. And he probably knew he was going to do that from the beginning. So probably off the camera, he can elaborate more about the money situation. He probably can elaborate a little bit more about what's going on financially with with over at PBC, but publicly, they signed them non-disclosure agreements not to be able to say nothing. So, I mean, that is what it is. But that's the decision that he made. That's a decision that he made. So now you gotta live with it, and Al Heyman let him go. He probably had to buy his way, or let Al Heyman keep the money he owed him just to go. It's a dirty game. If Ohio, if Al Heyman's supposed to, take care of the Ohio dudes, then maybe let him slide on the love. But it ain't no love when it comes to business, black boxers and Al Heyman. We know that. So we know what it is, but ain't too much else to say about it. But I mean, but other than that, he went up there, said he's gonna be back. Looked a little bit heavy still. Looked like he got quite a bit of weight still to drop. So come February 18th, I mean that's around 2 months out. But this is what these boxers do. So I'm pretty sure, he'll be able to, drop the weight, cut the weight, and all that type of stuff. But if you can't, it might be a catch weight. They really didn't announce no date, no weight, I don't believe. So I think it was rumored to be a catch weight. So, and understandably so. Understandably so. So, but we'll see. You coming from, the weight deficit he coming from. Even if Redkach lost 2 in a row, Redkach got a big shot. A lot of people feel like he lost to Giovanni Santiago. He said he's more focused, but think about being more focused. All right. You just can't turn focus on and off. When you get up there in age, you can be more focused, but once you stop doing something, your body stop doing something, it's hard. It's hard to get it back in rhythm and get harder and harder. The more breaks you take, the more all that. The longer you stay away from the sport, the more weight you put on. All that becomes a problem. It's harder to take off. It's harder to shave that weight off every other time. It becomes harder and harder and harder and harder to shave that weight off. Your body not accustomed to the training, not accustomed to taking the blows. You know what I'm saying? It all. So it's gonna be tougher. Just put it to you this way. If you working out, let's say you working out a month straight, and then you take a month off and come back. Come on, you know what it's gonna be. You know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a little harder to break in. Next time you work out a month, 2 months, take 6 months off. It's gonna become harder and harder and harder. It's gonna become harder and harder. So, he gotta stop taking so many breaks. And that's the God honest truth. He gotta, stay focused and, in between camps, it was a lot of time between camps for him. Hopefully they throw him right back in the ring. Now, I'm not sure if this is gonna be on pay-per-view. I guess it probably will. But it's a lot of apps, a lot of just different ways to watch. So it is what it is. When a young lion sense the king is getting weaker, guess what? They start swooping in and believe they can, become, the king of Pride Rock. And I think that's what you're seeking with all these YouTubers and, other companies, willingness to get in the box and spend some money, do some events. They think they can, they sense weakness. I think that's what they sense is weakness. They sense an opportunity to come in and change boxing. So, we have to wait and see. But obviously it's an interesting fight. Adrien Broner loses, pretty much probably up for Adrien Broner. He doing what Terrence Crawford ain't doing, opening his mouth. Still got the one-liner, still got the gift the gab, but you lift the gab and get everybody eyes on you. but he got to get in there and actually actually do the work. So that's what it boiled down. You got to get in and actually do the work. So, you know, if he can turn around and win, it's gonna be good for BLK Prime. It's gonna be good for his next fight and possibly his next contract. You know, it could be BLK Prime. Somebody else can put up good money. He talked about fighting Devin Haney. Said he got love for the little nigga, he loved Bill, but you know, right now he's just focusing on Redkach. Apparently, Adrien Broner was there. I mean, Regis Progress. Obviously, Adrien was there, but Regis Progress was there. Yeah, Regis Progress was apparently there, and apparently, you know, he said he's not looking past Redkach, but you know that's kind of who they got in mind lining up. So obviously, Redkach and Regis had, you know, their issues with Triller. You know, got changed to a knockout, FYI. But he eyeing to, you know, swoop in on Regis Progress next. He said him and Regis Progress talk a lot. He said if Regis had got a belt, he told him he'd been saying it that the fight can happen. So he got a belt. Now Adrien Broner got to do the job. But quite frankly, that's a tough fight. Real tough fight. You know, so it is what it is. But yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Atlanta, February 18th. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.